Rick Without the K James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
So, like when you pick a woman, just curiosity, because you always tease me about how I always want this, and I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit, but kind of like that wholesome, pure girl, right?
Uh-huh.
I want not a goody two shoes, but I want just a nice, wholesome person.
With
Okay.
a long dress to her.
No, come on, man. You know what I
Where's
mean.
that
I just want a person with a good heart too.
Yeah.
Okay. But and you always tell me, you need to go after that Elvira. You need to go after that crazy bitch and the long black gowns and do something different because what you're doing's not working. So my question to you is, when you're out looking for a female, what are you looking for? What? Because you confuse me a little bit with how you're going to come across as a complete asshole to start. Are you looking for a woman that's going to tolerate that? Because if you're looking for a woman that's going to tolerate that, you're excluding a lot of women to start, aren't you?
Well, I think right now in my lifestyle, I'm purposely excluding a lot of women because I know I'm working on myself. If you want to be in my life, cool. And if you don't, that's cool with me too, because again, I know I'm working on things, and I keep telling everybody that my youngest is 15 and a half. I don't know what I'm going to do after he graduates. So I don't want to make it a long-term relationship because I may not stay around here. That might finally give me the out to fucking go and do what I do. And I do stand up. I do other things. And I tell people, as I think I did on the last episode, a woman doesn't want a man who's trying to become successful. A woman wants a man who is already successful. So you're going to get in my way of success, not you, but that woman, right? So I kind of need my space, and I'm setting up. That's one of the reasons I want to shoot this podcast, is because to me, it's not about how funny you are on stage. It's about how many fucking followers you have. So if I don't find a way to build my audience, then I'm never going to move on to the next point in my comedy career. So this is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this podcast, and I know that it's not going to happen overnight. That's why I keep trying to tell my viewers that this is a work in progress, because I know though in 2.5 years, hopefully I have enough followers that it's transitioning my numbers into getting into comedy clubs. And which woman do I truly believe that's going to sit around and let me be on fucking road 280 days a year? Not very many women. Because I make the joke with my last wife, while I was opening up for George Lopez, she was opening up for somebody in Modesto. And no, she's not a fucking comedian. She's just a whore. So there's no way that's gonna there's no way that I can change that. So I think we are in different aspects where you want to settle down, you want to build a life because you know this is where your life's gonna be. Me, I don't know where my life's gonna be 3 years from now.
So how much younger is your wife than you?
8 years.
So you have a beautiful wife, she's got a good job, but you've helped her get to that point, right? Yeah. Put her through school and all that type of stuff. When you were out looking for a partner, what were you looking for? Were you looking for an easy partner? Were you looking for a beautiful partner? Were you looking for someone you could build a life with? What were you searching for when you fell into what you have?
I don't know what if I was
for ass.
I mean, I thought she was hot, and it was my best friend's cousin. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bang that. I mean, honestly, I don't really know.
You guys met. She was how old?
Well,
how old was she, and then how old were you?
Well, shit.
There may be some laws that still apply here.
Yeah, I'm afraid I can't go into any details there. I plead the fifth. No, well, shit.
She was like 19 or 20, right?
By the way, if you're in
young,
Tennessee
yeah,
or Arkansas, you might not be able to watch these episodes.
I don't even know how old, but I know she was young. I mean, I'm 43. So she's like 8 years younger than me, so she's like 35. So, and we've been together for like 16 years, I think.
So she was 19 then.
So yeah, so she was young.
She was 19, you were 27, 28, right?
Yeah, so I mean, I was just, to me, I was just like, damn, I got me another young one, a young hottie. I was like, what?
So I did the same thing. My wife was quite a bit younger than me. He had brought something up a few minutes ago, if we could talk about it, about you get this beautiful wife, she's quite a bit younger than you, and you wake up one morning, you put her through school, you help her with everything, and she's all of a sudden really successful. Your wife has a really good job.
Oh, yeah.
Has that helped a relationship, or has that hurt the relationship?
Well, I guess it's done both actually. I mean, and it's only been recently, you know, a couple of years now. But on one hand, it's helped because there's a lot more money coming in, you know. But then that just means she spends more, so it hasn't helped there. But I don't know. I guess in some aspects, you know, got a farmhouse. Dog, got to live in a farmhouse. So, and on one hand, on the reality of it is she denies. She doesn't see it like that, but I see it. I feel it in the way she kind of, in some ways, that she talks and how she is towards me. I kind of feel like a little bit like, I don't know. She won't say that.
Like she's more prestigious now?
Yeah,
or?
a little bit, yeah. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Like she's maybe I fell down or something. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I mean, I see us eye to eye, and for the most part, she's real with everything. But I could just see it every now and then. There'll just be something else. She'll say something. I'll take it. I guess she's talking down to me, but
Because people with no money, you know, always say if we had money, everything would be okay. And money doesn't always make everything okay. Sometimes it gives your ass more to fight about.
you know. The thing is that you know everyone always says, yeah, money isn't everything,
Right.
you know. But you can't. What can you do without it? Nothing.
Right.
So I mean,
Right.
you know. So in that aspect, yeah. But you know, I tell you what, she's the breadwinner now, and I love it. You know, my whole life, I mean, everyone I've ever been, I always wanted a sugar mama growing up. Everyone I've ever been, I always wanted a sugar mama. I got it now. Got me a sugar mama. I'll ride it till the wheels fall off.
So I'm gonna throw this question to you because you have an ego, okay? You know you do. What would you do if you caught you a woman who made the money? Would you let her call the shots? Be honest with me. I like the head shake because he's like,
Well, because it's
"Woo!"
how much money, right? It's how much money. If
So you
I'm
get a woman
someone
that's making about
Stedman and I
120K.
find me an Oprah, then she could tell me whatever she wants.
Not an
right?
but let's be serious. Like, say you find you someone who makes 100 to 120K a year.
You know, she don't even have to make that much. But am I going to let her call shots? It matters what those shots are. You know what I mean? Where I'm going to give her more leeway because as you know, you knew my second wife, right? And I think you might have met the first wife. But you know, I went from someone who made $30 an hour to someone who went and made $12 an hour with the second wife, and there was a big difference. And it was always them trying to find out. It was always me trying to find a way to figure out how we were gonna make up for that lost money, right? And mind you, while I'm making what I'm making, now I'm giving child support and shit too. So I'm not even making what I'm supposed to be making, right? So I'm making this, plus I'm with someone who makes a third of the fucking money now and trying to make it. That's hard, that's difficult. So just to have someone to even make what I make would be beneficial, if not more, where I would find that and be like, man, I kind of respect this person a little bit more, you know, if I didn't have to come out the wallet every time, that would be nice. If I, you know, and I have someone in my life right now that helps out, and it's so different to have that now, to have someone where I'm not always having to be looked at as, well, how are you going to fix this problem? You know, the car needs new tires. What are you going to do? To be like, hey, babe, my car needs, okay, we'll put it on my card, and then when you get paid, you can give me, where you're like, fuck, man, it's nice where, I mean, Lee's got to have that now, too, where, you know, you've seen your wife, right? Because both of my ex-wife, and that's how I know Lee, is his wife used to work with my ex-wife, and that's how we were introduced, and they were both CNAs. So, you know, there's got to be a big difference now, but...
So Lee's wife went on to make huge money. Your wife didn't. How Lee go get lucky? What the fuck?
He
You
held out.
picked the wrong one, huh? You picked the wrong one.
No, because he had... Well, I always pick the wrong one, right? That ain't nothing new. But I think to hear you talk about the money issue, I will say this. The funny thing is, I tell people with my first marriage, it wasn't until both of us started making good money that we finally fucking split. And I say, man, we could have easily made $150,000 together the next year. And we would have, especially in Modesto 10, 12 years ago, we would have been living like king and queen. And my life just at that point, when we both started making good money, it just crumbled. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know where sometimes you look at shit, but then it's what would happen if you guys decide not to stay together at that point. And then you're dividing up shit, and people are petty on their way out. You know, you say how we ended a relationship. People are, you know, there's things where you're like, are we really fighting over who gets the red stapler? You know what I mean? At the end of it, where you're like, well,
Yes, we fucking are.
I'm fighting over it. I'm getting the dog.
I'm getting the dog.
The dog.
Don't worry, Nico wants to be all up in your fucking nutsack, smelling your dick. Jeez, that dog smells everybody's dick. But
Well, you know how I feel about that. That's the only thing we did fight over was the dogs.
yeah. Now he's wishing he would have gave it to her. Nah.
That's the only thing we did fight over was the dogs.
I'm gonna fight over that. I'll bury her.
Yeah.
Not the dog, her.
I know. You didn't have to tell me. I knew.
Yo, it's your boy Charlie Murphy, my main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up on.